Hello and welcome to my competitive TF2 gameplay medic guide. So this is the theory part 1, health basics. First off, as a medic you are the most important class of the TF2 competitive gameplay scene, since you are the only one that can actually heal the other players and thus provide a constant resupply of health, which is of great benefit to your team in order to actually damage the other team. The second most important class is the Demo Man, who is the main damage dealer and therefore should also survive as long as possible. Since you are so important, you should always stay behind your pocket soldier, because you will be of great value for the other team to actually kill, and you will be the main target of snipers, soldiers, scouts, spies, pyros, demo mines, basically every class. So therefore you should be especially careful and always have your eyes wide open to danger. Okay, so as a medic you of course heal all the other classes. And in terms of priority, I want to say the Demo Man at the beginning of the map is probably the most important to heal, since he gets to the point the very first and has to use stickies to get to the point, so therefore will damage himself. And the plus 50% health will of course be of great benefit to the Demo Man if he actually then reaches the point. The second most important people are the scouts, since they reach the point second and will instantly start combat with the other scouts and the Demo Man, the enemy Demo Man of course, and will therefore have a great advantage if they have more health than the other scouts. And the third most important are soldiers, since they have to hurt themselves in order to actually reach the point as fast as the medic does or faster, and therefore should constantly be healed on the way to the third point or the center point or wherever you're heading. And of course this will also help build your charge quite a bit, since them constantly hurting themselves will increase your charging rate. So the numbers above the heads of the players represent the maximum health when fully buffed, and as medic you should always have those in mind, since if you know those and you fully buff the player, you can immediately focus on the next player that might not be fully buffed. And this you should always of course buff all players as good as possible, except if you're like heading in with an übercharge or something and have to focus on what's in front of you, and thus will like only über one or maybe 3 people at the max. Okay, so in the case of you playing with a heavy, ask him to take a sandwich, since this will be of great benefit to you and thus to the team, because if you are low and you can communicate to your heavy that you need the sandwich, he will probably give it to you, and you will thus be of greater value to the team since you won't go down. Okay, then the second source of health for the medic could be a dispenser. This is valid in especially maps like Gravel Pit, since they're at point B when you're defending. There are only 2 medkits around for the medic to take, and the scouts also need those medkits, so you therefore should always, if you are low, go to the dispenser that the engineer most likely has built there. And the main source for the medic is of course the health kit. This is the main source of health for the medic, and therefore it should really only be the medic taking that, unless there's no medic around. Then other classes should be able to take that health kit, since the medic can heal all the other classes but he cannot heal himself, so therefore he should be of top priority to the health kits. So if the medic is low, he should always communicate it to the team so that the other players know that and don't take the health kit. The exception here being probably the scouts, and in some cases the Demo Man, since they are at the very front line most of the time and are basically not where the medic is around. They are allowed to take the health kits, and if the medic is not low, take them anyway, since the medic will most likely focus on especially the heavy classes like the soldiers and the Demo Man, and thus the scouts will have to take the health kits more.